Okay, who else? Amer.
Me, the song is referring to me, us, and you.
Yes. Okay, did you still remember our lesson last time about being you or being me? So it's something to do with you and me. Did you get it? And us, which together we can build community. But first, before having us building a community, there is what? One, which is myself, yourself. What can I do? And before doing something for the community, we need to check first ourselves. That is why our lesson last time about self-awareness. Okay, this time we'll have some activity and you're going to guess, class, the word referring to this one. Okay, let's have, for example, give at least one word. If you see the picture, let's say may pinakita ko picture, class, give at least one word that comes to your mind when you see the picture related to what we have discussed last time. Did you get it? Okay, so at least one word or it can be a compound word. Okay, pero hindi nalalagpas sa one word. Is that clear? So let's have this one. Up for one. Hmm. Ayun, nakita na. Oh, but before we start that game, so let's have first this one. Remember the word ideal. So look at the letter I there. It's referring to you. I. Okay. So look at the picture. So before we can help building the community, definitely we need to see ourselves first. Who I am. So we need to have self-awareness. Okay, that is why look at this one. I. This is me. So we need to know ourselves first. Did you get it? So let's have the game now. So you can answer if you know it. Hindi na ako magtatawag plus ng pangalan, okay? Let's say this one. What word you can think if you see this picture? Go. Related to our topic last time. Yes, go. Say it, Amer. Kung alam mo.
Uniqueness.
Wow, amazing. So very good. That is correct. So a virtual clap for that. So unique or uniqueness. Very good. So again, hindi na ako magtatawag ng pangalan. Magtaas na lang ng, ay magtaas ng kamay. Magsalita na lang kayo class if you know the answer. Alright? Next question. Next picture. What word?
Developing.
Developing. What else? Actually, that can be, but the word here is
Life cycle po ba, sir?
so what can you say if you are like observing a life cycle? What is there? One word only.
Stages.
Stages. Can be one word. I related to our science lesson last time. Something to do with letter C. Correct. Hersian, that is change. Okay? So, di ba, part din siya ng lesson natin last time. We will talk also about change. Next. What word? Actually, I already mentioned this class many times, but then I don't know kung nare-recall nyo. This is about changes that are like taking place to you, to male and female. During what?
Adolescence period.
Adulthood.
Yes, that's correct. The puberty or adolescence period. Correct, Abang? And sino pa yung kasabay mo? Hindi ko na-check kung sino. But anyway, let's proceed to the next one.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. One word. This is? Okay, I will flash it. Self-awareness. Okay. Next, we have that one. What is that? Challenges. So, if there are challenges, ano yung magagamit ko class para malagpasan mo yung challenges na yon?
Hard work.
Hard work. What else? What do I need? Anong gagamitin ko? Para maipush ko yung bato na yon or yung malaking boulder na yun ng rocks pataas.
Believing.
Believing. Yes, can be. But we are talking about here, letter S.
Strength.
Yes, we are talking about strength. And this one, how about the next picture?
Depressed.
Depressed. Opposite of strength.
Weakness, I guess.
Weakness.
Weakness. Very good. Very good. Weakness. Next picture.
Rest.
Talent.
Yes. That is
Talent.
talent. Very good. That's it. So, very nice na nakuha nyo class yung mga word. Take note of those words that we like, I mean, describing each picture. Self-awareness, strength, weakness, talent, myself or me. Okay? Because those things that we are talking about is yung pinaka nilalaman class or core ng lesson natin na to, kahit nung last week pa. Again, this is something about you. Okay? This is about self-awareness. And this is very important to know ourselves. Sabi ko nga class, if we know our strength and our weaknesses, alam natin kung paano class ipapakita yun and how we're going to develop, according to Amer a while ago, developing. So how we're going to nurture ourselves. Kasi kung hindi natin gagamitin yung class, ipapakita, or somehow, i-apply, magiging mahiyain tayo lagi, definitely it will not develop. So, paano ma-achieve yung after the end of school year na maging yung academics mo, yung performance mo will improve if you are not trying at all. But before you try, definitely you need to assess yourself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? If you know that that's your strength, you need to show it. You need to develop it. And if you know that you have like some weaknesses with certain things like leadership, for example, so you need to also to nurture it or to develop. Okay, by identifying those weaknesses, pwede mong masabi na medyo mahina ako sa ganitong pag ganitong specific task. So I need to learn more about these tasks. For example, sa APP class, hindi ka marunong masyado sa gardening. So you know that you lack knowledge about it. So what are you going to do? So definitely ask for help from someone who can do well in gardening or read. Pero again, resources na pwede nating mapagkakatiwalaan or reliable resources. Right? So a while ago, I asked you to read this one, keep in mind. And hinighlight ko lang class, yung pinaka-important sentences or words na makukuha natin doon sa binasa natin. Ito yung pwede ninyong isulat sa notebook. Kasi yung binasa nyo kanina sobrang haba nun. hindi nyo makukuha agad yung pinaka-point if you will just read all. Okay, definitely, kailangan nating i-filter, kunin natin yung important things na naandun sa binasa natin sa keep in mind. And ilan ba yung nakuha natin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 points na we need to remember here. Number 1, please read. Akiko.
Self-awareness helps recognize your uniqueness.
Yes. Okay. Knowing yourself, being aware of yourself, definitely what will help you know or recognize your uniqueness. I am good at it. So hindi mo pwedeng sabihin class na wala akong value. Okay, sa isang group activity, wala naman ako maitutulong dyan kasi I cannot do anything. I cannot say that. So you need to be aware of yourself. Anong kaya kong gawin? Kahit nga yung paggupit class, kung maayos ka naman maggupit or maglagay ng kulay, that's a big help in performing a group activity, for example. Kung naalala nyo during our face-to-face class, di ba, we have like group activities, nagdodraw tayo, nagka-cut, and other activities. So it will help you recognize. And number 2, Eman.
Self-awareness is the key to emotional intelligence.
Okay. Parang ano yung intelligence natin, yung spelling. Okay, for a while. Ay, tama naman. Okay, intelligence. So definitely class, emotional. So the root word here, emotional. So you can handle your emotions. Okay? So especially at this time na ang daming nangyayari. So definitely, if you are aware of yourself, ma-handle mo yung emotion mo, yung behavior mo. Na pag nade-depress ba ako, anong pwede kong gawin pag nalulungkot ako? So pwede kong mag-drawing. Kasi magaling naman ako sa drawing. So, dalhin natin yung attention natin to some activities that we know that we are enjoying. Okay? Pag nababurn out tayo sa class, pwede naman tayo manood ng entertainment. Hindi naman masama class talaga yung manood ng TV or even watching YouTube videos. Alam niyo kung bakit nagiging ano siya, hindi nakakatulong sa atin kapag sobra. Okay? Yung panonood ng paggamit ng gadgets. But definitely, somehow may naitutulong din naman siya for entertainment. Okay, kaya nalulungkot. Tulad ngayon, may pandemic, yung anxiety. So, magagamit din natin yung mga available materials around us para maano tayo. Malibang. Right? Number 3. Will you please read Percy? Percy Ann.
You have likes and dislikes.
Okay. So, this topic, last time, na-mention nyo na yun, ano yung like ko, ano yung gusto kong gawin, ano yung gustong gawin ng kapatid ko, ng nanay ko. So, you have identified already. Same. Dapat alam nyo, class, ng bawat tao, since unique sila, may kanya-kanya silang gusto. May kanya-kanya silang hindi gusto. Okay? Magtanong ka sa lahat, walang tao na magkakapareho ng gusto. So, we need to respect individual differences. Kailangan ang nasasalubong mo, huwag mong itatrato na dapat katulad ko din siya. Kaya tayo minsan class na nagagalit or naiinis or na nayayamot sa kagrupo natin kasi hinahanap natin yung character natin sa kanila, which is ang kailangan nating ilagay sa sarili natin na iba ako sa kanya. So iba yung kanyang gusto, pero pwedeng magtagpo yun sa pamamagitan ng communication o pag-uusap. Diba? Iba yung gusto niya na gawin sa activity niyo, iba yung gusto ko. Pwede yung magtagpo. Mag-uusap lang kayo. Kuha? Pero ang ulitin ko, kailangang i-respect natin yung likes and dislike or yung tinatawag nating individual differences. Kasi lahat ng tao ay magkakaiba ng gusto. Tulad ng sinabi ninyo, gusto nyo mag-travel sa Korea, yung isa naman gusto sa Japan. Okay? Yung isa gusto ng ganitong food. The other one is gusto ng ganitong food. So definitely we have different likes and dislikes. Okay, next. Let's proceed to the fourth one. Okay, sige nga. Please read, Dana.
You have preferences.
Yes, you have preferences. So definitely, we need to respect that one, the preferences. Okay, so preferences is what I prefer. Para madali maintindihan class, ano yung gusto ko? May sarili akong preference. Nakuha niyo yung point? Parang gusto din likes, pero it's something to do with ano na yung choice ko ngayon. Halimbawa, punta tayo for example sa isang food chain, or I mean, sa gusto ninyong order kayo ng pagkain. So, ano pang tawag natin doon? Ano yung prefer ninyo class na lugar na mag-order kayo ng food? Is it McDonald's, Jollibee, is it what is KFC? So whatever your choice, that is your preference. Okay? Ano yung gusto nyong panooring movie? Okay? So is it horror? Is it suspense? Is it drama? Or is it about love? So it depends on your preference. That's what we mean by that. We have our own preferences. Okay, so next. Please read, Kia.
You have own traits.
Yes, you have your own traits. You have your own traits. Okay, so definitely class, there are you as grade 5 pupils, you have different behavior when it comes to like the problem that comes to you. May kanya-kanya na kayong way to how to solve it. For example, magbigay tayo ng example. Let's say you're doing group activity and then accidentally nabukusan nyo ng tubig, kunwari, yung ginagawa ninyong activity, and then nasira. So how will you behave? Okay, so magtanong tayo. So let's say Mia, paano mo pwede mag-Tagalog. Anyway, this one class can be English or Filipino. So what are you going to do class? Kung halimbawa Mia, yung sa group activity ninyo, accidentally nasira yung ginagawa niyong project and nabasa, nabuhusan. So how are you going to behave or react? Sige nga Mia. Paano kami behave? Si ano na lang, Mia, kung ano, nag-iisip pa yata si Mia, Percy. Let's say, nasira yung ginagawa ninyo. You put all the time and hard work doing your activity or your project, and then suddenly, yung isa yung member na nabuhusan siya ng liquid. Accidentally, hindi naman intentionally. So, how are you going to react?
Siguro po magagalit po ako.
Yes, definitely. There are people who really get mad about the situation. Okay? So, you respect that. You just search your trade. Okay? Pero mayroon naman tayong tinatawag na yung galit na somehow nakakatulong para yung ibang kagrupo ay mag-perform ng maayos next time. Okay? Pwede naman yun. Or pwedeng, definitely, uulitin nyo na lang, dadaanin nyo sa mga gandang usapan na pwede bang sa next time, pero may kaunting galit, syempre yon. Ayusin na natin. Kailangan malayo yung liquid sa ginagawa natin ng project. Kailangan we need to do this, do that. Divide na kayo ng work. But definitely, mayroong someone na magsasuggest na gawa na lang kayo ng bago. And that is another trait. Okay, that's another behavior. So, ang point natin dito class, kanya-kanya kayo ng behavior. May magagalit, mayroong parang wala lang. merong magsasuggest na lang ng solution. But still, you need to respect all those traits that you have. Okay? Next. Sophia.
You are growing and developing physically.
Yes, you are growing and developing physically. So, balikan natin class yung you have your own traits, you have preferences, you have like in this like may papakita pala akong picture class bago tayo pumunta doon sa you are growing and developing physically. Sa Peace Edu, napapakita ko rin to class yung painting na ganito. Kasi makikita nyo class sa painting na to, we have different colors. Different colors representing you, individual differences. So for example, merong 7 members in a group. So you have different characteristics and traits, right? But definitely, putting all your efforts together will form a big, a beautiful picture, like what you can see on the monitor. Can you see that? Magkakaiba yan. Okay, merong red ang pag-iisip, merong blue, merong green. Different characteristics, but when we put our effort together, we are going to form a one good picture or a good painting. Kaya nga diba, it's I, it's you, it's us who build community. So definitely, building a strong one, a strong community, saan nagsisimula sa sarili mo na, and then yung kausap mo ngayon, you, and then us. Okay, that's it. So let's go back. Number 5, you are growing and developing physically. Sige nga, let me see kung may idea na kayo class when we talk about developing physically, yung changes na nagbabago sa katawan ng tao when they are growing. Sige nga, let's say Santara, do you have any idea, Santara, ng mga changes na nagtitake place sa isang bata o babae o lalaki kapag nag-approach na siya ng adolescence?
Nagmamature na po sila. Nagkakabarkada na po, ganun po.
Yes. So, Santara here is talking about the social aspect kasi nagkakaroon ng kabarkada and all. Yes. How about physical? Mayroon na bang somehow natututunan sa book na binabasa o sa module o even sinasabi ng nanay? Bakit nangyayari to sa iyo, anak? Mayroon bang ganon? So, give example of changes na somehow na natutunan nyo na. Physical change. Sa sarili nyo, class, ha? Diana. Meron? How about JM? So physical. So I'm going to show you some of the physical changes that is happening or taking place as you approach the adolescence period. Okay? So sige, panoorin muna natin class yung video na to.
You must have heard many of the teenagers around you constantly saying things like, "Nobody understands me. I feel so lonely," and many such things. Do you recall hearing such comments from elders? Even if you have, it would have been a rare occurrence. But then why do we always hear such comments mostly from teenagers? Is there any specific reason for this? The basic answer to this question is adolescence and puberty. Now you may wonder why this happens. Puberty gets with it several changes in the person. So do you think these changes will only be the physical changes? Of course not. The changes are mental, emotional, and psychological as well. Let's have a quick glance at the various changes which adolescent individuals go through. Shall we begin with the physical changes first? The most significant change that puberty gets with it is the increase in height. To be specific, growth of the complete body. If you observe keenly, then you may realize that being kids, girls grow in height faster. However, on reaching adolescence, the height of boys increases rapidly. Do you know why the growth in height is maximum during this age? The principal reason is bone elongation. This is the time when long bones in our body, that is the bones of the arms and legs, get elongated. However, the growth rate as well as the time required for growth will be different in the individuals. Along with the hormones that bring about the elongation of bones in our body, nutrients are equally important too. The nutrients supplied to the growing bones and muscles makes sure that all the parts grow appropriately. Growth of various parts gets us to the next important change during adolescence. And what could that be? Yes, we are talking about change in shape. It is not possible that the body of a person will only grow in length. Even the width has to increase to make the growth proportional. So what differences do we find in the adolescents as compared to kids? In boys, we find that compared to the kids, these grown-ups have broader shoulders. That is the reason why boys start appearing stouter or robust when they grow. On the other hand, girls experience widening of the region below their waist. In addition, the girls seem to have gained weight and become fat compared to their childhood. This was the comparison between different age groups. But within the same age group of adolescents, are there any noticeable changes between boys and girls? Of course, yes. Relative to girls, boys have prominent growth in their muscles. This is the reason why teenage boys like to flaunt their biceps to indicate their strength. There is one more major difference between adolescent boys and girls that we are missing out. Can you guess the difference? Let me give you a hint. When you meet a teenage boy after many years, his voice astonishes you. You notice that the voice of the boys starts deepening. What do we mean by this? This basically means that the voice of males starts getting deeper on the note of octaves. In the simplest words, the voice turns somewhat hoarse and low pitch. On the other hand, the voice of girls doesn't deepen as much. As a result, they develop a high-pitched voice. But why does this happen? What could be the reason for this? Well, the major reason is increase in the size of larynx. Now, what could this be? We all are familiar with the term voice box. This is scientifically addressed as larynx. So, are we saying that the voice box enlarges? Yes, it does. And in whom does this happen? It happens in the males. Yes, in boys, the size of voice box increases during puberty. And an amazing fact is that we can see this enlarged voice box. That's right, we find a protrusion in the throat region when boys grow. This is commonly referred to as the Adam's apple. And it is due to this that the voice of the boys is deeper than that of the girls. So next time you meet your teenage cousin or friend after a long time, you will understand why and how that person has changed so much. Now I want you to tell me, are there any common changes that we find in both boys as well as girls? Of course there are. We have numerous variations that are seen in adolescents irrespective of whether they are male or female. But in order to know them, you will have to watch our next video.
Sir, off po mic nyo.
Ayan. So those are the changes that is taking place in you during puberty or adolescence. So sige nga, let me see. Give at least one example from the video that we have watched a while ago. Okay, Maria Diana.
Increase in height.
Yes, so definitely that is very evident or observable sa isang katulad nyo, class. Nakalagay kanina 13, but then sa video, but still may mga girls kasi nag-start na siya sa 9 or 8 or even boys nag-start sa 9. Kaya pasok na kayo doon. Okay? May mga changes na nangyayari sa inyo. Whether you tell me or not, meron na. And that is normal. Okay? Hindi siya sasabihin yung, bakit may ganun changes? You need to accept that fact that definitely magkakaroon na ng changes. Eman?
Change in shape.
Yes, change in shape. Correct. So, muscular sa boys, sa girls, like, nagkakaroon na ng hips, diba? Yung sabi nyo nagiging sexy, yun, yung sinasabi na nagkakaroon ng shape. Nagiging sexy. Hindi ko alam kung sexy ba o siksik lalo. Nagiging siksik kasi kain ng kain, hindi nagda-diet. Okay? So, alin man dun sa dalawa. Yes, Miel?
Changes are good.
Again. Masyado na rin eh. Changes in?
Changes in voice.
Yes. Voice. So, anong voice nagkakaroon sa boys? Voice nagkakaroon sa mga lalaki. Roshena.
Widening of face.
Yes. Yes, correct. Widening of hips for girls. Sa ano naman, sa lalaki, broadening of shoulders. So, yun yung isa sa pinaka nakikita class na madalas makita sa boys and girls. Broadening ng shoulders and then widening ng hips. Sa boys, yung sa lalaki, bumababa, low pitch. Sa girls, high pitch. Okay ba, right? So, that is for physical changes. So, let's continue now. Actually, class, madidiscuss nyo pa yan na mas, mas detailed sa science and APP. Okay, let's proceed now. Number 7. Okay, will you please read, Isabella?
You're growing and developing physically.
7, or we are already number 7.
Oh, developing personal social skills and tend to be more responsible.
Yes. So, personal social skills. So, personal and social. So, definitely, malaking bagay dito, class, yung kasama niyo yung mga klase niyo or yung friends. Kasi when we talk about social, something to do with how we interact with other people. Paano tayo nakikisama. Which is mahalaga din yung class. Kasi hindi naman, no man is an island. Walang tao na mag-isa lang. Kailangan niya mag-interact with someone or with classmates or with friends. And that is personal social skills. Paano tayo nakikipag-usap sa kanila? Okay? So, ano yung mako-contribute nyo sa group? Ano yung pwede nyo magawa with one another? So, you are being like, yung pagiging responsible nagde-develop din. Kung mapapansin nyo, kaya nyo na palang mag-lead. Diba? Kaya nyo na palang magturo ng sayaw sa inyong mga kaklase kapag may mga performance tasks. Kailangan nyo na pala, kaya nyo na palang mag-lead. Why? Because you become more responsible now. So definitely, yun nga yung nangyayari. Kasi sabi nyo nga kanina, si Santara sabi niya, nagiging mature. So kaakibat ng pagmamature ng bawat bata or bawat katulad ng class na age 10 or 11 or even may 9 pa yata. So, yung pagiging mature na sinabi ni Santara a while ago, kasama nun yung pagiging responsible. Dapat na pagkakatiwalaan na ng nanay sa mga bagay na pwedeng gawin. Katulad nung diniscuss natin kahapon sa ESP, yung nakakatulong na sa mga gawaing bahay, diba? Ay natututo sa kanila. Yung tinitreat yung mga ginagawa sa house as part of learning. Okay? And definitely, pwede natin idadaglas as we grow, nadadagdagan yung ating knowledge. So remember, knowledge is power. So knowledge is power means we, get more knowledge as we grow. Pero yung mga knowledge na nakukuha natin, we need to filter yung information na nare-receive natin. Kung yun ba ay tama or mali. we need to be like maging mapanuri o ESP ulit. So, sa isang lesson actually class, pwedeng madaming subject yung pumapasok para dahil online tayo, aanohin natin na pwedeng magsabay-sabay na yun. May ESP, may science, may EPP. Okay? So, that's it. So, punta tayo ngayon class dun sa appropriate behaviors nyo. Inappropriate behavior, personal and online. Kasi mahalaga to class as we are having our online classes. So, start muna tayo sa personal behaviors. Okay? Appropriate saka inappropriate na mga behaviors. So, sana nakikita nyo class. Kung medyo maliit, pwede nyo siya class actually sa cellphone i-maximize. Gagawa nyo ba yon? Ginaganon nyo? Sa laptop naman kasi malaki naman kayang basahin. So, ito uulitin lang na natin kasi yung mga appropriate and inappropriate behaviors na na-mention ko na rin a while ago. Okay, basahin muna natin yung the first one na nasa table. Pakibasa mo nga, Roshena.
Acknowledging your strength, things you are good at.
Yes. So, do you know yourself now? Alam niyo, kilalang-kilala niyo na ba? Dapat yung sarili niyo. Saan ba ako magaling? So, I need to acknowledge that one. Okay? Acknowledge ko dapat yun. Magaling ako sa painting or sa drawing. So, kapag may group activity, I will do the drawing part. Or ako yung gagawa ng painting part. So, i-acknowledge nyo yun, class. Gamitin nyo. Huwag nyo itatago. Kasi yung inappropriate behavior for that is, okay, pakibasa mo nga, inappropriate behavior for that. Toby? Toby, will you please read? Wala si Toby. Let's have Jester, will you please read? Inappropriate behavior, yung katapat nung acknowledging your strengths. Wala din si Jester. We have Carl. Wala din. Bakit hindi binabasa? Let's continue. Okay. If you know how to acknowledge now, dapat hindi nyo to gawin. Yung playing small and keeping your strengths to yourself. So, kahit alam nyo namang mag-draw, tapos may activity kayong gagawin, hindi mo pinakita yung kakayanan mo, which is not good. Okay? Next, using your skills and talents to help others. Let's say, sa math, alam mo naman na you are good at it. You're good in computation. So, your classmate somehow is like, nahihirapan siya doon, so pwede mo siyang gamitin. Right? Dancing talent mo. Meron kayong folk dancing performance tasks. Nahihirapan yung kaklase, so pwede mong tulungan. So, that's what you mean by share your talents. And inappropriate class yung bragging and putting others down. Dahil alam mo magaling ka dito, minamata mo na yung iba or binabrag mo sa kanila, pinagmamayabang mo. Ang hina mo naman. So, hindi ganon class, okay? You need to help. You need to encourage, not to discourage. Next, practicing no physical touch and other health protocols. So, yun dapat yung appropriate. So, alam mong bawal yung touch ngayon, so touching other people, so don't do that. So, inappropriate doing physical touch or unsafe touch. Next, speaking to a trusted adult when feeling hurt. So, that is appropriate. At hindi appropriate class yung kapag nasaktan, quiet lang. Or kung hindi naman quiet, shouting kapag na-hurt. Okay? So, next, online. So, this is another part na we need to know. So, appropriate behaviors, communicating only to personally known people. So, mag-ingat kayo, class, when you are using cellphone or your Facebook kasi, yes, we are using Messenger. And pwede kayong madaming contact dyan or makausap na tao. So, you need to communicate only to those known people. Pag may nagchat-chat sa inyong unknown, so, you need to, block it or hindi naman i-block, huwag nyo na lang sagutin. Okay, next. Inappropriate, yung oversharing personal information. So, hindi nyo naman kakilala, ibinigay nyo na lahat yung information. Taga saan, ilan sa pamilya, ilan kasama sa bahay, saan yung address. So, wag ipagsasabi lahat ng personal information. Next, being respectful to others when one's post or messages. So, pag may nakita kayong post niya or messages na kailangan respect it. Okay? Ano yung inappropriate doon? Yung bullying. Mo nag-post siya ng picture tapos nag-comment ka doon. Ang daming let's say kamukha ni ganito or name calling or bashing. Ang taba naman. Something like that. So do not be so rude to others. Next, appropriate behavior. Browsing only on the safe and relevant sites for my growth and development. So, yun lang ibabrowse natin. Makakatulong sa ating class. Okay? Yung mga website na pinupuntahan ninyo, be careful. Kailangan it can help us, especially in our studies. Inappropriate behaviors is spending too much time on games or entertainment. Sabi ko nga, okay lang naman yung entertainment and games but not too much. Or browsing on topics at sites that are inappropriate for grade 5 learners. So, alam ko kahit sa bahay sinasabihan kayo kung ano yung mga sites na hindi dapat binivisit. So, sundin nyo yung parents niyo when they are like talking about the sites. Kasi yung Facebook nga class, hindi pa yun appropriate sa inyo. Pero ginagamit na natin somehow kasi nga, mas madaling i-access yung messenger. Okay? Result for having self-awareness. So, ang pinaka-importante dito, class, yung maging confident ka at mag-i-strive ka na mapagbuti yung sarili mo. At mag-gain ka ng maraming kaalaman at nade-develop pa lalo. Siyempre, paano ka mag-behave ngayon? Appropriate dapat. Online man yan or anywhere. So, next meeting natin, class, ibibigay ko yung mga ilan sa mga dapat nating sundin when we are having online class. Kasi although na-mention ko naman to before sa ating orientation, pero i-remind ko kayo ng mga dapat gawin during online classes. Kasi yung iba parang nakakalimot. Okay. So, definitely, you will be successful in your academics this school year. So, yun yung magiging result kung kilala niyo yung sarili niyo. You'll strive more. Nagpagawa ako ng performance task, alam mong dito ka magaling, so gagalingan mo lalo. So, not so good ka doon, so i-improve mo pa yung sarili mo na mapagbuti. Okay, so that's it. So, next is punta tayo plus sa mga task na gagawin ninyo for today. So, gagamitin natin yung ating module. So, tingnan nyo kung ano yung papakita ko na part ng module. So, if you have questions, class, will you please type it sa chat box? Tinagay nyo doon yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanong. So, let's go now to week number 2. There you go. So, ito yung gagawing tasks. So, isa sa pagiging responsible class definitely here, kasi nagmamature na nga tayo, yun, yung pagbibigay or paggawa ng mga task on time and paggawa ng task na kayo lang talaga unless kailangan ng guidance from your guardian or parents. So, you can do it. Suggested time, 10 minutes. Pero, Nagbibigay naman ako ng extension. After learning that you are unique and special along with some changes in your body, feelings, action, and beliefs, you came to understand that there are appropriate behaviors or actions to do in valuing yourself. So the next activity will ask you to write and express your commitment to do 3 appropriate actions. So your number 1, think of 3 appropriate actions you really want to do because you value yourself. Okay? Appropriate actions. Katulad nung example kanina. Kaya lang this time, on how you value yourself. Ano dapat yung action na gagawin ko para maipakita ko na pinapahalagan ko yung sarili ko. So 3 actions. So saan to isusulat, class? Notebook. And pipicturean, isasend sa akin. Number 2, find a good space, then stand still. Hug yourself by touching your left shoulder with your right hand. Do the opposite with your left hand on your right shoulder. Close your eyes and slowly take 3 deep breaths. Okay? Whisper to yourself the statement. Since I love and value myself, I will blank, blank, and blank. So, yun yung nilagay nyo kanina na anong gagawin mo? To show like you value yourself. So, ganun nyo. So, kung magpakuha kayo class ng picture na ginagawa nyo yung activity. Okay? And then send it through the messenger. Okay, repeat the statement. This time, say it aloud. Feel this appropriate act of valuing yourself. So, mag-i-example ako. Since I love and value myself, I will. Ano ba yung mga appropriate actions? Siyempre, class, pinapalagyan ko na yung sarili ko. Alam kong mahalaga yung katawan ko. Paano ko i-value yung katawan? I will eat properly. I will do exercise. I will sleep early. So, example lang yung class ng pwede mong magawa when you are valuing yourself. So, ano pa yung pwede mong magawa, maibigay? Okay. Hindi naririnig ang lakas. Mag-ano ka kaya? Earphone. Next, suggested time allotment is 10 minutes. Lakas. The next activity will help you sum up the strengths and changes you discover as you age. So, unique things about me. So, isusulat nyo, class. Dito, my strengths. I have a good voice. So, because I value myself, it would be nice to lead the singing of pambansang awit or in the church choir. So, pwede yun. So, ilalagay nyo pa yung mga strengths nyo dito. About, I'm good in painting. So, during the group activity, I will be the one to draw or paint. Something like that. Notebook din to, class. And lastly, for 5 minutes, you're going to write answers to the following questions on your notebook also. What makes you unique from others? How does studying in this new normal help you become a better child? Aside from very given in the discussion, give other examples on how you can show correct personal and online behavior. Ayan. So, 3 task yung gagawin yung class. Lahat yun nasa notebook. At lahat yun ay pipicturean at isasend sa akin through the Google Classroom. So, sa Classroom na kayo ngayon magpapasa. So, maglalagay ako doon, class, ng area kung saan ipopost yung inyong output for today. So, gagawin niyo siya until ano bang oras na? It's already 10. So, siguro until 12. Pwede nyo matapos to. Okay, any question? Wala? Clear? Yung discussion natin? Yes, so definitely. I hope, class, you will give value to yourself. Yung self-awareness, huwag kalimutan. yung strengths and weaknesses, kung paano nyo may improve yung strength niyo at paano nyo makikita yung weakness at paano nyo ulit may improve yung weakness niyo. Okay, that's it for today. So, kung wala nang tanong, dito lang class pwede magtanong kasi later ay may attendant pa akong meeting. Hindi ko kayo agad masasagot. After this. Okay? So, kung may tanong, magtanong na agad. Go. Yes, Aymar.
Sir, tungkol po to sa peace education.
Ah, yes. Okay. Why?
Ano oras po mag-peace education? Kasi po hindi nakapag-peace education kahapon, di ba?
So, we'll meet. Mag-ano mo tayo magbe-break muna tayo ng saglit. Kasi para mapahinga yung mata. Kasi nag-online tayo for 1 hour. So, 10:30. So, kung nag-peace eduk naman, pwedeng ma-adjust yung time ng submission ng task. Okay? So, pwede hanggang mamayang hapon. Did you get it? Lalo yung may mga peace eduk ngayong morning ngayon. Ano ginagawa ngayong morning. Kasi may task din kayong ginagawa doon somehow. So, kailangan magawa din natin siya kasi it will help you also pag nagawa niyo yung mga activity niyo. Okay, that's it. See you class on Monday.
Sir,
Yes. Aliyah.
yung task po na sa Homeroom Guidance, nakikita po namin yan sa classroom. May send po ba kayong file para po alam
Yes,
kung
para
ano yung
ma-attach.
sasagutan? Okay po.
I-attach nyo na lang doon. Pagka-picture nyo, i-attach nyo na lang. Okay? Okay. See you on Monday class. Thank you for the time and maraming wala ngayon. Sana ay may-send ko tong video na to later. See you class. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you po.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye po, sir.
Bye po, sir.
Bye, sir. Po, thank you po. Bye-bye po.
Sinong daw po.